Aloha, Ohana. My name is Tara O'Neill and I'm the Group Sales Manager at Roy's Sarasota in Tampa. But today, I'm here to share my thoughts on the spirit of Aloha. And in these next few clips, we're going to explore how we can create a true Aloha experience with our guests.
In our family, we really believe that it's got a lot to do with knowing who you are and knowing what you're here to do and what you're here to contribute to this world. What I mean is that it's within us, inside of us. You know, our true challenge is this, being able to bring this, our spirit, together with this, our mind, and to be able to give it this way. Most people receive things in their hearts. The hearts are the givers. This is what we do. How we give, how we share. It comes from the heart.
So now we're going to take a look at some world-renowned companies and see how they define the customer, or as we say at Roy's, guest experience. So take a look at this next clip from a company that defines itself as the happiest place on earth.
Just about everybody in the room raised their hand when I asked them if they'd been to Disney World. So I'm going to ask you in your minds to project yourself to Disney World, into one of the Disney parks, whatever your favorite place there was, all right? Magic Kingdom, Epcot, whatever it is. And you're walking around. And here's my question for you, and just call the answers out. Call them out as loudly as you can. What were some of the things that impressed you about Disney World? What were some of the things that stood out? Anybody? How clean it was? Good. What else? The friendly people? How colorful? What else? How organized, the way they move you through the lines? What else? The attention to detail. Okay, your answers are great. Your answers are great. And they're a little bit weird. Because I want you to think about this from a business perspective. I asked you what impressed you about Disney World. And I'm pushing you for answers. And we've gotten 5 or 6 answers so far. Nobody yet has said anything about the rides. And ladies and gentlemen, the rides are kind of the point. Has anybody in the room been on the Tower of Terror? Okay, it's a great ride, isn't it? It's a 13-story free fall where you literally come out of your seat on the way down. Okay, and when you land, it takes you back up to the top and it drops you again. Now get ready for this. That one ride all by itself cost Disney World $100 million to build. Just that one ride cost $100 million to build. But think about this. When I ask people, what impressed you about Disney World? People say, it was clean. The people were friendly. From a design perspective, that's frustrating. But from another perspective, I think it's very important because Disney World is not selling rides. What are they selling? An experience.
So the experience. It all boils down to the experience. No matter what kind of company you are or that you work for, the customer ultimately has to go through the experience in order to get to the product. So whether that means waiting in line, walking through a store, or making a phone call, it's all an experience. And in our case, the end product is food. And the experience really begins the second they browse our website, call us on the phone, or walk through our doors. And it doesn't end until we wish them farewell and we welcome them back to join us again soon. So to help guide us through the guest experience, here at Roy's we have our steps of service and the ABCs. But really when you think about that, it's just a task. So my question is, how can we move out of that task mentality into the experience mentality? And then furthermore, how can we expand our product to include the entire experience? Well, let's check out what one of the most successful companies on the planet has to say.
If you own any Apple products, chances are you've found yourself in an Apple store at some point. And they are known for their awesome customer service. They're trained on the principle of enriching lives. They're told this is more important than selling the customer a product. They're taught the acronym APPLE to earn customers' loyalty and represent themselves as evangelists for the brand. A, approach with a personal, warm welcome. P, probe politely to understand all the customer's needs. P, present a solution for the customer to take home today. L, listen for and resolve issues or concerns. And E, end with a fond farewell and an invitation to return. The inspiration for Apple's service comes from a very successful source, too. It's based off the tactics used by the Ritz-Carlton luxury hotel chain.
Okay, so a technology company inspired by a hospitality company? It happens, especially when you're the Ritz-Carlton. Check it out.
It's really about the wow factor. And wow, people get so hung up on the concept of wow, that it's these amazing things. And yes, Ritz-Carlton does amazing things. But it's also about the little things.
And in your organization, in order for you to start differentiating yourself, you need to start picking up on those signals, because that's where you can deliver that anticipatory service to your customer that lets them see that you're treating them differently than the others, because you're serving them, not just another customer.
Having a satisfied customer is no longer competitive. Satisfied just means that you have met the expectation. That's not a wow. A wow is that you are exceeding the expectation.
So the theme throughout all the clips we've seen today has been about the guest experience. So what does that mean for Roy's? For Roy's, it's more than the guest experience. It really is the Aloha Experience.
My grandmother said it, our mission in life is to go out and share aloha. How else will the world learn about aloha? How else will we remember that it is our innate sense to love things unconditionally? It's not something that you expect of others. It's something that you have to have. It's kind of like being aligned in a certain way and being able to permeate that. It's kind of like the wind. You don't necessarily see it, but you see it with its results and everything around you. The tree is bending and the waves are whipping, in a variety of different ways.